Ready? Go. All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the District of Brown Deer School Board meeting. I call this meeting to order at 6 p.m. Verification of a public notice. The meeting has been publicly noticed. Verification of a quorum. We have 6 of our 7 board members in attendance. Approval of the agenda. We do need to make one adjustment to the agenda. Item 3B will now turn into 2A. Right? It's only for the agenda purposes, okay? All right, so would someone like to make a motion to approve the agenda with the amendment?
Make a motion. And as corrected.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Robinson. Motion has been made. Do I have a second? All right, thank you very much, Ms. Walker. Motion is made. Second, any discussion? Hearing seen none, all in favor will raise hand and or aye. Any opposed? Hearing seen none, motion carries 6-0. And the reading of our vision and our mission statement. Our vision is to provide a rigorous education that empowers our students to confidently navigate in our ever-changing world. And our mission is through the lens of excellence, equity, and engagement. We are dedicated to empowering every student with the essential skills to build a foundation for lifelong learning. All right. With that being said, let's go on to item 2A, which is discussion and approval of the varsity bowling team. We have someone presenting to us tonight.
I'm going to start now. Mr. Scioli. We are seeking your, good evening, board. We are seeking your approval for funding to cover additional expenses for lodging and food for our state tournament bound high school bowling team. Here tonight with me is Mr. Paul Scioli to provide information regarding the tournament expenditures and the information on the young men who will represent our district so proudly. Mr. Scioli.
Board, thank you for accepting us tonight for this request and also for moving me up so that I could get to this girls basketball game tonight because I get announced. I guess I'm just like Dr. Cotton said, I'm requesting some fundage for room and board basically, so that we can get these guys up at the hotels. We're gonna get up there a night before the didn't start, and then be able to beat these guys while we're up there. This is our 3rd consecutive year heading up to the state tournament with the team in the 3rd year of the program. These guys have, this is 3 of my teammates right here, members right here. They've been phenomenal student athletes for all 4 years of high school. And I did write this all up in the executive summary, so I'm just going to kind of paraphrase. As this being the 3rd year, we've had, the 1st year we had 1 kid make all district and was on the all-star team. The 2nd year we had 3 student athletes make the all-district team. This year, once again, we had 3. One of the big things that I'm proud of is not only are they great athletes, but they do very well in school. 5 out of the 6 athletes on the varsity team this year, district all academic team members. And the 5th one or the 6th one still had a 3.0 GPA. So they're all very, very good academically as well. Also, they're just good human beings. They behave themselves in school. They get all their work done. They've represented Brown Deer not only at the state tournament the last 3 years, but also every other bowling place that we've gone to. We've gone all over the city of Milwaukee at many different houses. I've had numerous parents, other coaches, and even district leaders in our bowling district talk to me about how well behaved they are, how they represent Brown Deer in such a nice manner. That's a really nice thing to hear coming from people that have never met these guys before. I guess the request is for $2,000 to cover the cost of lodging. I did give you printouts of the hotel's cost. And then I just put in a little blurb about kind of what I'm figuring food cost. And then I also gave a schedule of the state tournament, Friday through Sunday. There will be times I won't be able to feed them because we'll be at the bowling alley for long periods of time. Hopefully this year we'll be able to bring back a state championship for the district Brown Deer. We took 6 bids when they were sophomores, 4th last year. Now this year, if you're looking at the stats, they were the #2 team in the entire state of 160 schools roughly, in both average and fill percentage. So they got a good shot. They just got to kind of put it all together in these next 3 weeks at practice, and hopefully we'll bring it home for the district Brown Deer. So I got 3 guys that'll bowl in the singles event. The team event will take place on Saturday morning. We're able to make it to the state championship. That would be on Sunday at noon. So hopefully you guys can all watch that live stream on Sunday.
Well, Coach, Could you, could those young men stand, or young men or young ladies, whatever? Could they stand up, introduce themselves, say your name, what grade you're in, and, future ambition?
My name is Brian Walker. I'm a senior at Lander High School, and the future is I want to go to college to become an accountant.
Right. Good.
I think my future ambitions is to attend Prairie View A&M University of Texas and study kinesiology around athletic training.
My name is Adrian Webster, Grinder High School, of course, and college, and after college, this is one day.
Sounds good.
Like seniors.
Oh, we're moving everybody.
Yeah, the whole team, the whole varsity team is all seniors.
Oh.
Hey, but you know what, though, we're gonna have something in the pipeline, so, and then you guys will have to come back and do a little mentoring and let them know, hey, which boards to kind of line up on and stuff, be able to let it go. As long as y'all not hitting with doing the Fred Flintstone, then you'll be all right.
You know what that?
That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't even know who Fred Flintstone is. You know, Fred, he be on his phone, walking up or whatever, and sit around and let it go. But yes, so is the ask, coaches, for $2,000 for these young men or young people to be able to go and, participate. So with that being said, would someone like to make a motion?
Like to make a motion to approve 6 through 9 varsity bowling state tournament funding, request for food and lodging in Neenah, Wisconsin as presented.
I do have a question though. You wanted was the request for $2,000? Do you think, you said before you didn't necessarily know if that was gonna be enough because of everything that's going on? Should there be some more to that? I mean, if you don't spend it just to be spending, I'm just saying, if you need it.
Yeah.
So should the motion say 2,500, no more than 2,500?
Not to exceed.
Not to exceed 2,500? Yes, please.
Okay. I would like to make a motion to approve the March 6th through 9th varsity bowling state tournament. Not to exceed 2,500 for food and lodging in Neenah, Wisconsin as presented.
All right, we do have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Ashley. Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion?
Yeah, be good.
This is the reason the request is coming to you is because the bowling team is unique, because it isn't a WIA sponsored, it's not a WIA sport, so other than coach's stipends, the district doesn't contribute to the activities of the team. That's all parent driven, like all the lane fees and things like that, and transportation in most cases. So this is a unique thing, so we will try to, work through something to find the additional dollars. And it's probably something we're gonna want to talk about, because between events like this and, something like DECA, where these activities sometimes have these large expenses in a given year, we may want to start planning on budgeting some
Well,
money set aside.
We probably should have some line items in place for non-traditional things or whatever have you and stuff. But again, I want to make sure, and I'm quite sure I'll speak for the board when it says this, that when our students are able to be exposed to that and excel and be able to do some of those different things, I think that we'll always try to figure out a way and find a way to be able to get the dollars in order for them to be able to participate and to be able to do that. Because it's not only just for them, but it's also a good thing for Brown Deer, because our name goes out there in relationship to that as well too and stuff. So I would think that when we get ready to do the budget for upcoming budget or what, potentially we'll put something in there. So with that being said, that was the discussion. All right, all in favor, raise hand and/or aye. Any opposed? Ain't seen that. Motion carries 6-0. Gentlemen, coach, let's go get it. Let's go get this goal.
Appreciate your time, and hopefully we'll be right back at a board meeting in mid-March or whatever with some.
With the hardware.
With the hardware? No, all right, that's what we're talking about.
And if we do make that state championship match,
Oh,
you
I'm
can
coming.
watch you can either come up to Neenah or you can watch it on live stream. So-
Oh, yeah, definitely. All right, coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. All right, gentlemen, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, let's go on to our next item, which is our business office report. Mr. Clement.
I don't have anything specific for you tonight, just updating you, obviously, the month of January was a very busy month for the business office between W-2, 1099s and direct filing. We're going through kind of finishing up all that and moving forward now, starting to plan on the website. So, busy things I have specific to share with you.
That's your whole business?
That is my entire business office report. That's why I didn't get anything.
Wow, that's a first. Usually you got a whole mouthful. Okay, let's go on to our next item, approval of new hires.
Good evening, everyone. So there are no new hires to announce this evening. There is one resignation to announce that is for Natalie Winkleman at the elementary school, STEM teacher. She submitted the resignation on February 7th of 2025. Her last day of employment will be February 21st, 2025. And there are no retirements to announce tonight.
Okay. All right, with that being said, would someone like to make a motion to approve the resignation of Natalie? Oh, I'm so sorry.
So sorry. It's also pending, the resignation is pending receipt of liquidated debt.
Okay. It'll be in the motion. All right, so would someone like to make a motion?
Dr. Beagle, I'd like to make a motion to approve the resignation of Natalie Winkleman as an elementary school STEM teacher effective February 21st, 2025, pending receipt of data damages.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ashley. Motion has been made. Do we have a second? Thank you very much, Ms. Robinson. Motion made and second. Any discussion?
I just had a question. What happens to that spot? Do we try to fill it before the end of the year or does it just stay open?
So the elementary principal has requested that position be posted.
Oh, okay, thank you. I was just wondering. Okay, that's all. It's just kind of a weird time in the year, so I just was wondering. Okay, thank you.
I believe this previously at the library will be the backup for that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, all right. Motion has been made and has been seconded. All in favor, raise hand and or aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing and seeing none, motion carries 6-0. Let's go on to our next item, approval of the audit services contract. Mr. Fleming?
Good evening. So we have completed our search for a new audit firm. As you know, Mark Kasama, who has completed our audit for the last 2 years, is exiting public sector school district business. And so we were forced to out to RFP. We had 2 firms submit bids, Baker Tilly and CLA, formerly known as Carson. Clifton Larson Allen. Sorry, thank you. They go by CLA primarily now. But so we did examine both of those. I did share the CLA proposal with you online. They're both very good firms. They're both very large. They're in the top 10 of firms in the United States. You know, thousands of associates across the country, have large presences in the state of Wisconsin, work with a number of school districts. And I listed it. So if you look at that comparison chart that I included, which was our scoring matrix as part of the RFP, you can see a lot of things are similar across the board. They're all very qualified, all capable of doing single audits, which are a requirement in our district because of the amount of federal funding we received. So either company would do, I think, a good job. The 2 differentiators that, and again, both myself and Pam Pluck, our new accountant, went through the RFP to make an assessment. And then last Friday, we scheduled conference calls with both firms, with the teams that would be working with us, so that it gave, because Pam will be the lead point on the audit. So gave her some comfort level to see what she'd be working with and having those conversations about how we would be onboarded into their system and how that transition would go. And then meanwhile, I also spoke to a number of different business managers that had experienced both CLA and Baker Tilly. They all obviously have had glowing things to say in both cases. Only one had been part of a transition in. The rest of them had inherited those companies and they came into those roles, and some had been in those roles for you. And so that's also just that in and of itself speaks to the longevity of these companies and how good they are for those districts. So I think sometimes just wherever you land with, you know, if it works great, you just keep going. So again, the 2 differentiators that we saw, one was that the number of hours that were estimated and included in the quote, the price quote for the audit services Baker Tilly had 200, CLA had 239, so that's like 20% difference. And then at a general pricing scale, CLA was a little cheaper. The package prices were pretty similar. What made me a little bit more cautious was the hourly rates for additional work if needed. And I'm well aware of the fact, and we've had these conversations now with Pam entering into this role and coming from outside of school districts. It's very likely we're going to need a little additional support to get everything up and running. So the prices we see, there'll probably be some additional dollars involved, additional time involved. And so on the executive summary, on the spreadsheet, you see the 3 years of the audit package price, and you go from 33, 34, and 35,000 for Baker Tilly. We're at 29, 31, 32 for CLA, so those are a little cheaper. But then I just gave you the range on the spreadsheet for the hourly rates, but in the executive summary, I kind of show you each of the 4 tiers that they offer as employees, and you can see the difference is pretty striking. It's all, it's about half in some cases between Baker Tilly and CLA. And just thinking about additional hours, if we do have additional hours and it does cost, several $1,000s more, that time will obviously and the cost will obviously accelerate much faster with Baker Tilly. So again, I appreciate both firms bidding. I thought, like I said, they both did a great job, I think, and their clients are obviously very happy with them. It was a tough decision, but just based on those, and then after the calls that we had on Friday, Pam and I sat down and talked, and we just felt a little bit more comfortable with the team from CLA. And the team from CLA is also the exact team that is being used in Port Washington and Saukville. And I know the business manager there, so that was one of the conversations. So I could actually talk about the folks that they worked with before, as opposed to just knowing the companies, which in most cases, the individuals that were assigned to our accounts were not assigned to accounts that are other than financial. So that's basically our assessment. And so for that reason, we were recommending going into an agreement with CLA for the and those are always, just so you know, we talk about a 3-year deal because there's a 3-year pricing agreement, but it really are 1-year deals. We always re-engage with them. So if for some reason there was something went wrong, we were unhappy after year 1, we certainly could look at a discussion next year, but I'm certainly hopeful we don't have to do that. So that would be our recommendation to partner with CLA going forward.
All right, someone like to make a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the selection of CLA, otherwise known as Clifton Larson Allen, as the district's audit firm for the 2025, 2026, and 2027 fiscal years.
Thank you very much, Ms. Welch. A motion has been made. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you much, Ms. Walker. Motion made and second. Any further discussion? I just know that CLA actually, they really do really good work. All right. With that being said, all in favor with raise hand and or aye? Any opposed? Hearing seeing none, motion carries unanimously 7-0. All right. Let's go on to our next item, which is our facilities and grounds report. Matt? Oh, sorry, here somewhere. Okay.
I am here. Give me 1 second here. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, Matt.
All right. I don't know why I can't. Oh, hang on. There we are. Hi, guys. Happy Tuesday to us. Yes, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on our office. I don't even know what to call it. Our office repairs that just got done finished, and the approval to move back in as of Monday. We got the drywall done, the ceiling tiles, the painting, the carpet extracted, and then there was new insulation put in. We had some new fixtures put in. JCI came out and did all the repairs immediately, like I mentioned in the first go around of everything. But I just wanted to let you know that our staff is back in there, and we are all clear.
All right. Anything else, Matt?
Other than getting prepared for tomorrow's snow event, no, we are good.
All right, board members, any questions for Matt in relation to anything to facilities and grounds? All right, thank you, sir.
Perfect. All right, guys, you have yourself a wonderful evening. Please be safe tomorrow, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, sounds good, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's go on to our next item. 3A, discussion of or approval of high school AP courses.
Good evening. Tonight, we are seeking your approval for some new advanced placement courses. We would like to add to our programmatic options for the upcoming school year. I have with me this evening Ms. Brown. She's virtually the principal of the high school to provide additional details regarding the courses. Ms. Brown, please.
Good evening, everyone. The first course that we are asking for approval is AP Comparative Government and Politics. Basically, that course will allow students to explore other governments, mainly in China, Iran, Mexico, Nigeria, Russia, and the United Kingdoms. In light of our current political situation, we thought that we would add courses to help familiarize our students with how other countries are leading and providing for their citizens, and we will give them an opportunity to be able to analyze the different governments and how it impacts the U.S. where they live, and also how it impacts the other countries that they are studying. This will not take away any of our current offerings. This is just another course that our students will be able to participate in. Since it is an AP course, they will have an opportunity, if they take the AP exam, to earn college credit. And one of our current teachers in our social science department will teach the course. So there's no need for a new FTE. I don't know if you want me to go right into the other courses or.
No, let's do one at a time.
Okay.
Question in relationship, Ms. Brown. Oh, and thank you very much. In relationship to this, is there any prerequisites in order for students to go into this new AP class?
Actually, no, because their freshman year, they take U.S. history. Their second year, all 10th grade students take AP Human Geography. So they've all been introduced to an AP course. So a student that is taking an AP course their junior year, then they would have already had a foundation about government and politics, and this will just add to their knowledge and understanding of courses. So there aren't any direct prerequisites for the course.
All right, so they can only take this junior and senior year, correct?
Unless someone wanted to double up their sophomore year, which we would not highly recommend, we would recommend for 11th and 12th grade. But since most sophomores are already taking AP Human Geography, we wouldn't recommend, but there's always, special cases where students would like to challenge themselves and acquire more credit. So if that student has already proven that they are academically ready for a challenge, then we would allow, but we're not recommending sophomores to take this AP course.
When would this start to be offered?
Could you please repeat?
When would this start to be offered?
In the fall of the 25-26 school year.
So is this going to be each semester, or is it going to be offered just like one time, or how is this working?
This is a year-long course, so we run a black and gold schedule, so it would run every other day for the entire school year.
Okay, and we know what the curriculum is going to be?
Yes, we have. Well, any course that is AP, they already give you the guidelines for the course, and they pretty much tell you the standards that you must follow in order for the students to be successful on the AP exam. But in addition to that, we have found a textbook that helps guide the students to being successful on the AP exam.
Board members, any other questions in relationship to this AP for government?
Is the textbook something that we're gonna cover as a district, or students take their? I see it.
Yeah.
I would like for the district to be able to purchase the book. However, sometimes oh no, I can't. But Yeah, if the district can pay for it, that would be great. If not, then I try to hold some money that's given back at the end of the school year for different courses or purchases to be made. So it might not be an additional cost. I may use my current budget leftover if there's any.
And Dr. Glass, this fits in everything that we're trying to do, because I know we wanted to increase AP, we want to increase academic rigor and everything else. So does this go right along hand in hand with everything else we're trying to do?
In the discussion that we were having today, I believe that it definitely supports rigor. It supports critical analysis and critical thinking skills. Additionally, as she spoke, it gives students the opportunity to earn college credits now. So I would say yes.
Okay. All right. Any other questions for Ms. Brown in relationship to this? All right, so Ms. Brown, let's go on to our next for health sciences. I'm sorry.
So our next course is for principles or introduction to health sciences. Currently, right now, we offer the basic courses that are needed for students to enter into like the science or medical field. And when I say that, I'm speaking about offering biology, chemistry, physics, AP chemistry, anatomy and physiology, AP physics. So these are the courses that we usually will recommend for a student to take if they're interested in the medical or health science field. However, what we don't have as our current offerings is really a course to explain what it does it look like, feel like, sound like working in the health field. And so we are adding a course that will give students an introduction to what to expect in the field of health sciences. Because our goal is for students to not only have their basic core classes taken care of, but our goal coming for the upcoming school year will be for those students the seniors to enroll in a CNA course, because most nursing programs are requiring that students become a CNA before they enter directly into a nursing program or health science. And so we are going to encourage our students and put them on a pathway to complete that while they're in high school. And we just think this introduction to the health science field will solidify if students are truly interested in this particular pathway or career and understand what it will take to be a professional in the health field.
Questions for Ms. Brown in relationship to this as well?
Teach this. One, and then secondly, some post-secondary folks in the community offer CNA certificates and licensures. Was there any exploration or conversation with any of those folks about whether or not we can partner with them to be able to provide this?
So we already through some students already, because the district will pay for students to take college courses. So a small number of our students are already in early college credit courses, which would be the CNA for the students in the health science field. So we already have the partnership. What I'm hoping to do by adding this health science course is to attract more students to participate in the course, and then really encouraging them and letting them know that if you truly want to be a nurse or in the health field, they do require you to have your CNA. So it's not really a new partnership. It's just really growing the partnership to include and embrace more students from Brown Deer in hopes that we will have our students prepared to go directly into a 2 or 4 year nursing program.
So does this program culminate with a CNA license? Or is this is just the introduction to the health field? And help me understand, like, will they get the CNA license?
They will get the CNA license if they enroll in the college course through WCTC or through MATC. And so we already have students that do that. The courses that we are offering just at Brown Deer High School are not courses that will automatically give students certification. What it will do is it will allow them to have the sciences that colleges require for students to have in order to enter into the program. the piece that was missing for some of our kids is that they would like to become nurses, but now they require you to have your CNA. So we are trying to get our students to get their CNA license while they're in high school. So when they enter into a 2 or 4 year university, that they are directly admitted into the program and they're not taking a step backwards and trying to obtain their CNA after they're into or interested in a nursing program. But they can only get their certification if they sign up for those college courses. It's not a course that is offered at Brown Deer High School at this time.
I like the pathway as a nurse. That is something that is required, and I think that a lot of the other districts that neighbor us have that, and so it's really good that our kids will get exposed to that. Because, you know, nursing, especially our local schools, are not easy to matriculate through. So having this experience, I think, will be a great idea. So good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I just want to echo Sharonda's comments. I was pretty excited when I saw this element being offered to the students in the district. Just because, goodness, it is a profession where it is a direct pathway to a whole lot of stuff. So be able to offer that is just pretty extraordinary.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids don't know that nursing is also a pathway to pre-med. And if you talk to medical school at Michigan, they love nurses.
Yeah.
And so I think that kids should know that.
You know, one thing I would think potentially could be an enhancement to this, or I might be jumping ahead or whatever, but if we did have like nursing homes or somebody else that actually would want to partner with us and have our kids actually do their experience there, we could actually add them on, you know how we do the signing day for tech ed? Maybe we could turn around and also do the same thing for this program right here and have a signing day for CNA. So again, but that's kind of looking ahead, but again, I think that would be something that would be a really good enhancement to this, especially if we can find someone that would like to partner with us and hire our kids to be able to either hire them or them to be able to come and volunteer and do some of the other work there, become CNAs, get that CNA license.
I think the starting age is 16.
And when we really become grown-ups, they'll be able to get their certification by going through our program.
Yeah.
So that would be fair.
Yep, just like our tech ed, so that could be something else that we look at. Excellent, Ms. Brown. Any other questions?
Ms. Walsh asked about who's going to be the teacher, and I didn't hear the answer to that.
Ms. Brown, the teacher?
The teacher?
Who's going to be teaching this course?
So once again, a current staff member in the science department will take on this course. They are very excited and interested in growing our health science course offerings. And so one of the current science teachers will take this on.
Thank you.
All right, so if there aren't any other questions, would someone like to make motions for the health sciences course in the AP comparative government?
I will make a motion to approve the introduction of health science course and the advanced placement comparative government and politics course, both for the 2025-2026 school year.
Thank you very much, Ms. Walker. Motion has been made. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Ashley. Motion made. Second. Any further discussion? Only I'm gonna say is, hey, good job, Ms. Brown, being able to have these enhancements and stuff for our young people.
Thank you very much.
All right. So with that being said, all in favor, raise hand and/or aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ain't seen that. Motion carries unanimously 7-0. All right, let's go on to our next item, which is all right, Strive 365.
Good evening, board. This evening, we have an informational report prepared by our partners at Strive 365 alongside 2 of our middle school students. I would like to thank Paula Lemelsky, Tim Wolford, and Deron Moore, and our 2 students, Jeremiah Wallace and Aubrey Williams, for sharing information and impacts of Strive in our district. I would like to turn it over to Mr. Moore to share information. Mr. Moore.
Thank you for the kind introduction. My name is Deron Moore, and I am the program manager. We work at 5. This is my first board.
Can you move up a little?
Oh, a
closer
little
to
bit
the
right here,
microphone?
this corner. Okay, this is my first board meeting, so,
Welcome.
yeah, thank you. My main name from this house. But yeah, I'm excited to be here. I have two students with me, one student with me, Aubrey Williams, who is one of our scholars. I try not to have favorites with all the students.
What's your favorites?
There are a lot of students, especially with our peak team programming, what we do in the gym. I see all of the middle school from 6th to 8th grade, and they all are tremendous in their own way. I try not to have favorites, but Aubrey here is indeed one of my favorites. I was actually joking with her today, about her GPA. I was like, oh, you know, you got like a 3.2. She was like 3.7. Yeah, right. Like, wow, so, yeah. One of our white students, I've had the opportunity to just really build a relationship with her, really only through peak team. We haven't gotten started with mentoring yet for the middle school girls. We will do that. But I've been able to build relationships with her in the hallways and kind of during lunch periods and in the gym class as well. So I know that she has something that she wants to share. Well, I'll give it over to me.
My name is Aubrey Williams, and I'm in 6th grade at Brown Deer Middle. This school year, I worked for Strive during my gym classes. Strive has helped me realize that sometimes it's time to relax and catch myself. I also learned how to make responsible decisions. For example, I know how to stay away from people that always get in trouble and people that insert themselves into problems. I had fun this year and learned a lot while working with Strive this year. Thank you.
Interestingly enough, the peak team programming that we did was back in October. It ended just before the beginning of December. So the things that she's speaking about was last year. So I know she was a little nervous because these are things that, you know, happened roughly 2 months ago. So she's speaking on experiences that happened a little while ago, but nonetheless, it left an impact, and just grateful for the fact that we were able to make it attest to it. So.
Audrey, I would just like to say that's a good skill to have for your whole life.
Thank you.
So I'm not sure if there are any questions you guys may want to have.
Oh, I guess, one of my questions is that, so how has this program actually made a difference in your life? Way to put you on the spot.
Made me realize that it's okay to relax. Made me take a break.
It is true. You might need to be, I'll probably need that course too. I got over there.
Funny you say that. One of the things that I know my boss, Tim, we really would love to get in front of staff to show them what it is that we do. I think it'd be a lot easier for you guys to be able to kind of get a grasp of what we do, be able to kind of show in the gym setting what it is that we do. So that's something I would love to do it. There's a lot of new staff at Brown Deer, and a lot of them don't know me, don't know what I do. So I'd love to show them.
Well, I would just say, you know, you already just said it, so Dr. Cotton is already writing and everything else like that. And I know that the addition of the Strive program to the middle school is new. So we know that all of this stuff is brand new, and we got some growing pains going through it and everything else like that. Just looking at the data, we do see some increases or whatever, and I'm quite sure as we continue to move forward, those numbers and that data will increase in relationship to that.
Yes, that is our goal.
There it is. Mr. Woodford, anything you'd like to add?
Always want to thank the board for allowing us to be a part of the campus and working with the scholars. You know, Dr. Curry is an alumni from here, so this is a special place for him and us as a team. So just enjoy being on the campus and meeting young ladies like this that are gonna grow up to be our leader, that'll be sitting in your seats one day, so. Hope to be here for a long, long time, so.
Appreciate it. Board members, you got any questions for the Strive team? And or this young lady, because she already looking like, okay, that's enough for me. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Our next item is discussion of the 2025-2026 board calendar. Dr. Cox?
Tonight, I got Ms. Ross here with me, our executive assistant to the Board of Education and the superintendent, and she was going to walk through the proposed calendar for 25-26. Ms. Ross?
Good afternoon, Board of Education members. What we have in front of us is the proposed calendar for the upcoming board fiscal year. Typically, basically mirrors what you guys did in the last fiscal year. And it also includes some special board events, as well as the grayed out areas are no school days. So the black represents regular board meeting. The gold and white represents your special board meeting as proposed. So this is an opportunity for you guys to review them and let us know moving forward what works, what doesn't, and help to approve the calendar during the regular board meeting at the end of the month. So in April, our last board meeting will be the organizational meeting set for April 29th. Moving into May, we have our special board meetings scheduled for the 13th, May. The regular board meeting scheduled for May 27th. The 31st is slated for high school graduation. That is a special board event.
So, one second, because I was like, wait, I think this is the one I was going to ask you about before. That April 29th, why is that the date? Our board meeting's on the 22nd.
Is that when it was slated for? April 27th?
Well, the new board members don't become board members till the fourth Monday. So that's kind of the question in that month is that if you don't do it, if you do it the week before, then the new board members aren't seated and then you have to do something between that and May.
So basically what we need to do is, that board meeting will be the 29th instead of 22nd.
22nd to 29th. and then-
Okay. Any other questions for April or May? Moving on to June of 2025, we have our special board meeting proposed for June 10th. Regular board meeting proposed for June 24th. In July of 2025, we have one board meeting scheduled, which will be the regular board meeting scheduled for July 22nd, 2025. Moving to August 2025. On August 8th, we have proposed a summer board retreat.
Friday?
Yes.
That's when your staff is back, is that what, or is it?
No,
separate
that's
and
a
apart?
summer. There's no staff.
No staff.
Does that work for everybody that's here right now? Does that August 8th work for everybody?
That's my mother's birthday.
October. Okay.
So that's the reason why I was asking about the everything dealing with Friday or whatever, because the majority of everybody here have jobs and it might be a little bit difficult. Now, the only other option we could do, it is kind of far out or whatever, so potentially we could make some arrangements, but could that possibly happen on Saturday?
It could be moved to
Yep.
Saturday. Okay, I can make that change.
Potentially Saturday. How does August, that Saturday, August 9th look? I know during that time, everybody's trying to get the last of their vacation out there. And if you got kids or whatever, you're trying to get the last of everything out of the way for them to be ready to go to school. So would August 9th, actually that Saturday work for everyone? And are we still talking doing 9 to 1? Or are we doing 8 to 12?
Yeah.
Does that work for everybody? So we make this change on this calendar? It ain't your birthday again, is it?
It's not my birthday, but.
Well, let's do this. So let's put it, just change it for August 9th.
Okay.
Staff does not come back until the 20th. So it's
Okay, I've noted that change. I've also scheduled our special board meeting for August 12th and the regular board meeting for August 26th. Moving to September, the blue denotes the first day of school for all students. September 2nd. Our special board meeting scheduled for September 9th. Regular board meeting scheduled for September 23rd. And the 25th is the date of the budget hearing and annual meeting. Moving on to October 2025. The grade out day is a no school day, with our special board meeting scheduled for October 14th. Again, the 17th would be a no school day. And the October 28th would be the regular board meeting. In November, the 4th will be a no school day. November 11th, special board meeting. November 25th, regular board meeting, and the 26th, 27th, and 28th would be no school days.
Is the fourth blacked out because of the election?
Yes. Okay. Moving on to December, I've scheduled one proposed board meeting, which would be the regular board meeting scheduled for December the 9th.
How does that work, Kevin?
I would ask that it would be the 16th, because if that's your meeting, we have to have vouchers and all the other stuff approved. That's tough to do that quick.
So would we make an adjustment to the calendar and make it for December the 16th?
December 16th.
All right, so let's make that change.
It's always nice if there's a meeting to do it. Possible.
And then the grade out is winter break, December 22nd through 31st. On to January 2026. The first is the holiday and the second would be a PL. No school. Our special board meeting scheduled for January 13th. The 19th would be a holiday, no school. And the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, I'm assuming that this will be the day state education convention, so I put those days there. They may move it. They have done that in the past, so that may change. The 27th of January will be the regular board meeting. 27th. Can't wait to see you.
No, everybody you got birthdays. So.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to February 2026, special board meeting proposed for February 10th. The 17th would be a no school day. The 21st would be winter board retreat. That's the proposed date. And the regular board meeting, February 24th, 2026. Moving on to March 2026, we have a no school day, March 6th. One board meeting scheduled for March, and that would be the regular board meeting proposed for March 17th, 2026. And no spring break begins March 30th and 31st. Those will be spring break days. Okay, and then ending in April of 2026, we continue spring break for first, second, and third. School resumes on the 6th and a no school day on the 7th.
Election.
Election. And we have the special board meeting on April 14th and our organizational meeting, which would be the board meeting, the regular board meeting on the April the 20th.
So the 14th, would that be the new board members coming on board?
No,
After
that
the
would be
election?
our organizational meeting. at
No,
the-
I'm saying on April 14th, would,
Fourth Monday.
so after the fourth Monday,
So that would be the 28th.
28th.
28th,
Okay, all right.
which would be the regular board meeting.
All right.
That one day in between that spring break is so awkward. We can't do nothing about that.
That's right.
I'm saying, my kids
We
probably
tried.
had that day.
I feel like
I feel like you, and I know you added this day because my kids have been in this district for a very long time, but the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, typically you don't have that day off. So by giving you that day off, then you're pretty much ixnay the sixth. That's pretty much the day, so.
You can't do a virtual learning now, 6. We don't do virtual learning. Right.
We tried, y'all.
It's a weird.
All right.
Okay.
Situation.
I will make the noted changes and ask for approval at the regular board meeting at the end of the month.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you very much, Ms. Ross. Well, any questions for Ms. Ross?
That board organizational meeting calendar invite you sent is like for the whole year.
I'm not clear.
The invite is for April, right? But it's hitting every fourth Tuesday for the rest of the year.
Like recurring?
Yeah.
Okay, I can fix it. I'll fix it.
All right. Any other questions for Ms. Ross? Good job, ma'am. All right, let's go on to our next item, our WASB Day at the Capitol, March 12th.
That would be me. I included this because in the past, the board has addressed this matter and discussed it. And if anyone's interested in attending, let me know and I can do the registrations because there is a registration process. If any board members plan to attend the day at the Capitol scheduled for March.
You know what, Dr. Cotton?
Sir.
That might be a good, those students that are gonna be taking that AP course in comparative politics and stuff like that. That might be a good field trip for them to go on.
Next year?
They only do it in the budget year.
Yeah, that might be a really good field trip for them to be able to go to in relationship to that, especially if this is gonna be our first time doing that comparative politics and everything else like that, and having them to be able to do that.
Yeah, because even when we did our Black Advocacy Day at the Capitol 2 years ago, it was a budget year, and the presentation that DPI gave, I was just sitting there like, whoa. So it probably would be a very good learning experience.
If any board members are interested in attending, get in touch with me and I will take care of the registration.
Any questions for Ms. Ross in relationship to that day at the Capitol? And then I would say, Dr. Khan, I don't know how this would actually really work, but would it be if board members decided we were gonna go and we went as a collective or whatever as a group, can we take that one in advance to be able to do that?
Let's look into it.
Because it would be basically an event, and then if we have 4 to 4 board members attending anyway, we still would have to say, we'd have to put something out there saying that we'd have a quorum of the board.
I'm confused for March, next month. Days are meeting, because there's 3 different dates on my calendar, and I think we only have one day.
March, yeah, there's only one board meeting. I don't have, let me see. I can
Yeah, you started in April,
Let me
so,
grab my current.
It's the 18th.
yeah, we only have one.
It's the 18th.
Yeah, we only have one board meeting.
I wrote it on my calendar, whited out the other day. It's definitely the 18th.
Yeah.
Okay, so the road one and the 11th. Okay.
Any other questions? All right, let's go on to, we have that. So now, can we go and someone like to make a motion for us to go into closed sessions?
Dr. Vito, I'd like to make a motion to enter into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin State Statute 19.851E. The Board of Education may move into closed session for the purpose of A, deliberating regarding negotiations, bargaining with the Brown Deer Education Association, BDEA.
All right, thank you very much. A motion has been made by Ms. Megan. We have a second?
Second.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Farrington. Motion made and seconded. Can we do it, go on the roll call vote?
Dr. Beto?
Aye.
Daniel Ashley? Aye. Barrington? Aye. Bacon?
Aye.
Robinson? Aye. Walker? Aye. Welch? Aye. And the vote is 7-0 to go into closed session at
6:54. All right, thank you very much. We're going into closed session. So those that are with us, enjoy the remainder of your evening, because I don't think we'll be coming back into open session. Enjoy the remainder of your evening. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedules to learn more about what's going on in our wonderful and fantastic district. Enjoy yourselves, stay warm, and make sure you have your snowshoes on and shovels ready for tomorrow. And one big congratulations go out to our Brown Deer alumni, Zach Bond. He should have got defensive player of the Super Bowl. But yeah, so now we can turn around and say our little village of 12,000 people have a Super Bowl champion. That's there. All right.
It's on the marquee. See it? It's on the marquee.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
on the marquee.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And we're getting ready to go into closed session.